What's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. Let's dive right into this message. I am picking up energy from the Divine Masculine Collective, and tonight's reading is going to be around what I miss about you, Divine Feminine. Universe, please provide clarity to those who will find this message. This could be a Divine Masculine on the verge of wanting to communicate or reach out. But I feel like, and it does say very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. I feel like they're almost there in terms of wanting to send a message or reach out. A lot of them could be feeling in their pride a little bit. Okay, it's almost like humbling themselves or admitting in some way that there's a lot more than just surface level feelings. This is a Divine Masculine who I feel is getting ready to kind of dig deeper and release a little bit more into letting you know how it is they feel. Part of this as well could be both of you deciding that this is something that you want to get a little bit deeper into. We do have getting to know each other, okay? So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, okay? So I feel like this is anticipating communication very soon. They want you to keep an open mind with them as well. I feel like both of you have experienced a lot of awkward conversations and a lot of strange differences between one another, almost feeling like you don't fit into one another's world, but at the same time, that attraction or that passion is still there. So I feel like with the both of you, what happens is you come together, you reveal things about yourselves, it feels vulnerable, and then you kind of back up or pull away. It could be that your Divine Masculine has the tendency to do this, or they could doubt themselves in your presence a lot, feel a little bit more intimidated by you as well, Divine Feminine, because I feel like with getting to know each other and keeping an open mind, you could have this way about you that's maybe very accepting, very open, and I feel like a lot of your Divine Masculines feel really vulnerable in that presence, okay? And it's not necessarily in a bad way, it's just, it's hard to explain. It's like they feel like you should be a little bit more on guard sometimes rather than being so trusting or so accepting of them, and so it makes them feel a little bit too vulnerable, almost like you're too good to be true at times, like there should be some kind of boundary in place. So I feel like both of you could be, again, going from coming together, it gets awkward, it gets tense, and then you pull apart, okay? Now, because you've been pulled apart, it's getting to that point where you want to come together again. And I feel like what's happening with this Divine Masculine is they feel turned off almost when they express a little bit too much about how they feel. It's like they don't want you to... Okay, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that the passion that this Divine Masculine feels for you, they think it's a lot more than what you feel for them. And so they keep trying to give it to you in pieces and then pull back, and in pieces and then pull back. Because I really do feel like this intense feeling of somebody who really wants to lay it all out, okay, in terms of what they want with you, how they feel towards you, but then they hold back, they pull back, okay? It's like they don't want you to know. There's that passion card. They don't want you to know how much they feel for you. It's almost like they don't want this to fizzle out too soon. We have retreat, pay attention to the red flags, flirt, give this a chance, and love on yourself first, okay? So right away, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Divine Feminine, you could be the one in charge of just kind of, you know, backtracking a little bit and putting the brakes on this, okay? Because I do feel like they're getting ready to come on strongly, okay? This is somebody that may want to spend a lot of time alone with you as you reveal yourselves to them. They want you to give this a chance. But I feel like both of you could be uncomfortable with this somehow, okay? There's something about this connection seems very playful, very flirty, and then it gets both of you in that place of having to pay attention to the red flags. This could be a Divine Masculine who constantly anticipates that something's going to go wrong when you two do come together and you start revealing more of yourselves. I would say, Divine Feminines, when it comes to pay attention to the red flags, I'm getting a strong message for you to have like firm boundaries in place, because there's something about this Divine Masculine that they want to reveal. Like I feel like they want to let you know, like, they're not perfect. And many of you might have a tendency to just be all accepting and all loving and all unconditional. And there's something about that that really rubs them the wrong way. Because I feel like it could come off as you don't have those boundaries in place. Okay, so it's almost like they're testing you somehow. Like, that's what I get with this, with give your relationship a chance. They could be revealing things about themselves, and you should be seeing it as a red flag, or bringing up certain conversations or asking them certain questions, and you're not doing that. Okay, so it's almost like this is somebody who really wants to make their way back to you, but the moment they start getting vulnerable again, it's like you become too, like, arms wide open, all accepting, almost like I just want this. Okay, so they're looking for you to, yes, be open, yes, be flirt, but also pay attention to the red flags. Like, I feel like they're extremely drawn to you in a sense. And this could also be some kind of learning curve or learning experience for you. But I feel like it is just clear messages from the universe to just kind of pump the brakes or slow your roll on someone that is definitely moving really, really passionate towards you. This may even have a lot of messages around, like, not being too physical with this person too quickly, okay? Because this could be something else that I feel like they may struggle with when it comes to this passion. Like, the energy I'm getting from this divine feminine is vulnerability, okay? There's this lightness to you, this beautiful energy, and I'm picking up from this divine masculine that they really don't want to come in there and mess it up. I feel like they could devour you if they could. And that's maybe the kind of energy that you're giving off, because maybe you two are in return very smitten by their energy. Maybe a lot of you are taken back that your divine masculine is coming forward, or maybe giving you a lot of this validation that you felt spiritually. But I feel like pay attention to the red flags is letting you know that as much as all of this is happening very, very quickly, have boundaries in place and know when to slow them down, because I feel like they may be somehow looking for you to slow things down, because they really cannot help themselves. They really want you to let them in, give this a chance, but they're overflowing with a lot of passion for you. Okay, so somebody who really wants to come in hot and heavy, but they don't want to mess it up, and they're really looking for you to be a little bit more just nonchalant. Like, your energy has to be a little bit more grounded, because I feel like you're dealing with this masculine who doesn't know what to do with a lot of this big energy that they're feeling for you. Like, I'm literally feeling like they're gonna explode, okay? And the way that you are just welcoming it all without maybe paying attention to some of the red flags, like they're coming on too sexually, or maybe you are kind of getting wound up or caught up in the way that they may be leading, and you're missing certain red flags. Again, this masculine is leading, but what they may be looking for you to do is maybe give them some sort of cue on whether or not they're leading in the right way. And I feel like right now, this communication or the way that they want to come towards you, it's hot and heavy, and you guys are just going to end up in another cycle of separation again, because there's no boundaries in place. Okay, and I don't know what that means. I feel like many of you are going to know exactly what it is I'm talking about when I say pay attention to the red flags, pump the brakes. Somebody could be trying to get you to spend time with them alone. Okay, clearly decide if this is exactly how you want the connection to play out right now, because I feel like the energy I'm picking up on is the both of you are very sensually charged towards one another. The energy could be very, very flirtatious. You're really just wanting to come together, but I feel like it's this divine masculine energy that is afraid that they're not going to have control. And I feel like divine feminine, you're in this really fragile, precious place of feeling your masculine's energy so strongly, but I do not feel like they are prepared to lead, and they are maybe looking for you in a sense to really kind of call them on that red flag. Hey, listen, this energy is too big right now. It feels really sensual. You're coming on a little too quickly. I feel like they're craving for you to really get into that energy. It's like your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, okay? You're definitely dealing with somebody here who is kind of low-key intimidated by a lot of your sensual energy, and you may not even recognize it, or you may not be able to see it or feel it, but I am picking up on that tonight very, very strongly. So for those of you who are in this predicament, who are in this dynamic of a lot of your masculines coming in hot and heavy, you guys always seem to end up with your mind on the pepperoni. Pay attention to the red flags in that area, Divine Feminine, because I really do feel like there is something about you wanting to command your masculine to really kind of slow down, and it's that self-respect that really kind of gets them to feel a lot more grounded again in your presence. All right, I don't know who this was meant for, but I do hope that it finds you well, and it finds you before the next conversation with your Divine Masculine. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.